guys, okay, like, we've got Kray here. He just won the Legend tournament. Okay, he's from Asia, Go, and they just won Legend today. Okay, congrats on that, Kray.
Thank you very much, and welcome everyone.
Hi, and then we got Lucky from Europe, global server, but also from Australia like me, but in a different state. Yeah, and you got myself from Europe. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a siege defense list. So it's not an offense list; it's just a defense list, and it's gonna have the opinion of 3 people from 3 different servers. Me and Lucky both made it to round 3 in the tournament, and Kray got the Legend. Okay, so. We'll probably fight, like I said before, we'll probably fight on what we think is good and what's not good, like triple S and double S. And Lucky streams on Twitch. I'll put his link for his channel in the description. We're actually streaming it on his channel right now. And Kray just started streaming on Twitch. We'll put his Twitch channel there too, but Kray's also big on YouTube, so we'll put... This will be 2 parts. The first part will be on my channel, and then the second half of this video will be on Kray's channel probably a day later. So it just gives people enough time to watch it. And if you want to see how we came up to put some monster in that like grade, you can just watch the video and you'll see what we discussed. For example, Chandra. You know, I don't know. What the fuck is Chandra? Is he F? Is he double S? We don't know. But yeah. Okay, cool. You guys can see everything? We'll try to...
all good.
Yeah. Good to go, wherever you are, yeah.
Cool. And we're going to skip some monsters that are irrelevant to defenses, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you reckon with Vela? Is it a skip?
No.
We can skip that, yeah?
Yeah, I think I think we start off with units that are currently like controlling the meta.
Controlling the meta, like this guy? This guy is RTA meta, but he's also Siege meta.
Okay, yeah.
What do you guys think? He's the speed buff and the attack buff for Savannah is really nice.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So what do you guys think? What do you think?
So he's got really funny AI. So
shit,
AI. I found that so when we first started testing him, so when the whole Kakano buff happened and I think Jogun got buffed in the same patch, we tested him a lot on defense, and ideally you want him to go first, but you have to find the right balance of trying to get his AI to work. So we kind of shifted from like Swift or Despair to Bio. And he can be really hard to try and like manage because you don't know if he's going to skill 3 turn 1 or skill 2 first and then skill 1. He kind of jumps everywhere. So
bad
AI. Bad AI, yeah.
What does chat think? What would chat rate Jogun? What grade do you reckon? Anyone there? I think there's a little delay.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of a delay. We'll let them have a say. But
did
you guys see much Jogun?
AS? We saw some, but not at the end. I don't think so. We saw some at the beginning of the tournament and the top 20. Kray? What about you guys?
Personally, my whole guild, we ran Jogun together with Kakano and Savannah. So we have 4 towers of it.
Yep.
And...
Legend guild.
Of course, we are not running it on Swift, it's on Violent. Yeah. And yeah, the RNG is actually really good if it's on Violent itself, because it gives you like another opportunity. If let's say it derps on the 2nd skill, maybe an additional proc into the 3rd skill, and the speed sync between the Jogun and Savannah needs to be really close. So the follow-up comes right after. And yeah, with a couple of procs here and there, the team is actually pretty deadly.
And who did you have as a leader there? Who was the leader monster?
Kakano.
Okay, Kakano. So double fire and a wind.
When did Asia start seeing like that Kakano Jogun stuff? Because we started seeing that on global probably about a week or 2 after the buff happened. So people found out how to beat it already.
So for us in Asia, it wasn't used at all up until the state tournament, because personally we saved up our final. We had a plan like prior to the tournament itself, where we knew what we wanted to run for the final match itself. So round 3 and round 4 was totally a different set of units that we filled.
Yeah.
But to catch people off guard on the finals, we changed basically all the defense.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, no, that's awesome, because we had a lot of exposure to Jogun. So people knew that the best way to counter it was really just trying to take first turn against it.
Yeah.
And once you outspeed it, Yeah,
So,
'cause it doesn't really do anything after.
Chat said A plus. A couple of us said A plus, but the Legend Guild ran it on the final defense on the last battle. So we'll put him on S.
I think it's
Fair
S
enough,
if you
fair
have it on Violet. I think S is if it's on
do use a
Bio.
lot of-
We're putting the S
Yeah.
because of you, Kray. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Let's go with Savannah. Let's go find meta defenses. Actually, we shouldn't use all the meta defenses in the first half of the video because the second half will drop on also on Kray's channel. So we will maybe save Savannah for later. Let's go with Masha. What do you guys think of Masha? I see her on defense sometimes.
Personally, we use Masha for our finals as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
So three towers of it.
3 towers. What'd you run it
Yes.
with?
Because our game plan was to make it so that our inner defenses use the same counters with when people use their offense against the Kakano Savannas, and with this Masha together with Sierra and Clara, it kind of used something similar in terms of offense, so we get to burn out their counters faster in that sense.
Oh, wow!
yeah.
Secrets. I didn't know about this. I'm just a soldier, man. I have no experience like this.
So instead of the Kaki, you went with Marsha instead? Or was
Yes,
it like
that's
a
right.
bit of both? Yeah.
So they went with Clara, Marsha,
we didn't
and
want
Sierra.
Kaki at all. We
Yeah,
played
okay.
smart.
Yeah, nice.
What does
That's
chat
right.
think? What does chat think? What do you think, Lucky?
I think she's like a A plus. I don't think she's much higher than
Yeah.
that. I think
I don't-
she's good because she's got the second life, so you can't just snipe off a fire threat at the start.
Yeah, that's right.
But she mixes it up a little bit because she can still hit pretty hard in that human form. So I think she's still pretty scary if she procs off.
I don't.
Yeah, something like a Clara armor break, and sometimes if you can't finish off the Marsha in time, maybe when it's dismounted to the human form, one shot something off
Fair enough.
can be pretty nice.
This list is pretty long.
Yeah, there's a lot of units. There's
there
a
is-
lot of units.
But we'll be skipping a lot of these useless units. Let's go to Miho, guys. What is Miho?
She's a meme.
Huh?
She doesn't exist anymore, right?
She doesn't exist? No, she
Surely
doesn't.
she doesn't exist.
Yeah.
She was very heavy last season.
I'd say season before, right?
What is Miho? Nothing? Galleon Clara Miho? It's gone, right?
Yeah, it's definitely gone at this point.
I think it's a LOL category one. Definitely.
Fair enough, I agree.
I think it's because of the Onimushas, really, as well as, I mean, before that other comp used to be countered by, like, shield wall bomb sort of protection team. Like,
Yep.
Bomber Triana pretty much saved it, or Bomber Huadan.
And your chat is
Look,
saying
he's
that
fine.
now that we got Kaki that doesn't crit, she's
Yeah.
lost more of her
She's-
teeth.
Completely gone now.
Anything else you guys want to pick from here?
Okay. Go back up, you went past, let's go with something a little bit different. What about Taranis?
Ooh, I know the Legend Guild Aftermath EU on Europe ran Taranis with Lulu and Tessa, and they won. But I don't think maybe you competed once or twice. But what do you think throughout the whole season?
So, the Taranis defense we saw on global server was largely like Kakano Molly Taranis.
Kakana Molly Taranis, yep. And how'd that
We saw a
do?
lot of. It was more to burn similar counters to like the Kark Beta Savannah that we saw here. Or Kark Molly Savannah, Kark Iris Savannah, all that. Look, Kark Savannah counters essentially. So they pretty much burned those counters out. So they did okay. Nothing too crazy. But I think just burn same counters as Savannah.
By the way, we can read the chat that it's on Lucky's stream, so I can see you guys saying B's, C's, S's and stuff. Kray, what do you think with him? I think he's an A+, because he's used...
Personally, in Asia meta, we didn't see the Taranis at all. But, yeah, I mean, back then, during like the season 4, the normal battles of the Siege, of course, people were running Taranis together with like the Molly...
Just a
Thessarion.
stall, yeah.
Molly, yeah,
That's about it. It's kind of like a stall defense, I guess.
100% stall, man. It's the same
Yeah,
thing. So
but
the
Doesn't
model
really have great damage output coming out from that team.
Yeah. It changed a lot when Kakano was introduced, because Kakano brought that damage, that scary damage.
Oh yeah, that's
But
true.
But yeah, when it was Tessa, you could just cleave it. There was so many different ways to hit it.
So we'll put him as an A, I reckon. I agree with that. A
Yeah,
or
I
A
think
plus.
A is fair enough.
Yeah, I think A is fair.
Well, alright, Kray, you choose next monster. Any monster you want.
Okay. Anything interesting here? Yeah, let's start off with like Vigor.
Ooh, Vigor.
So yeah, we know that Vigor last time was really strong back in the day.
I honestly
Before,
think Vigor is still very good for defense.
Defense.
I still think if ruined correctly and paired with something nice, especially Kakana, I can't even find Vigor.
Yeah.
I
I think it's
think-
all the way at the
I
bottom.
think it's all the way down at the bottom. Yeah.
Bro, I'm fucking blind.
Keep going, keep going.
Why is he all the way? There we go, because
Yeah,
he's got
right
two
there.
eggs.
Yeah, because of his second awakening.
Yeah.
I think like a well-ruined Vigor, not on crit damage, that can take illusion hit paired with like a Triana or a Kakana can be still very good. I think personally, it can be still very good.
I think when we look at this rating, I think when it comes to Vigor, he works with a lot of different units,
He works with everyone, yeah.
and he can kind of mix into any sort of defense build. You know what I mean? Like, you can still run him with like Tessa Vigor Odin or like Hak Vigor Odin, or he's always like one of the first units you think of when you need a water unit in the defense, right? I feel like his flexibility is quite big.
And they use him more over Orion, and Orion used to be heavy on defense.
100%.
So I think Vigor, in my opinion, is a S. What do you guys think? Scholar and chat is saying double S. He's from Aftermath EU. They just want.
Used to be double S, I feel, but ever since like the balance patch that came up,
Hey for us, how are you?
I say S will be
S?
very nice.
I
What
think
do you-
S or SS as well. I'm kind of in between there only because of how flexible he is.
He's not
But I
used.
think,
He's not used as much anymore.
yeah. But then when I look at like if Joe Gunn's at an S, I think Vigor sits one above
Joe.
one above him personally. That's what I kind of feel. I feel like
SS?
he's more used than Joe Gunn. His AI is pretty okay. He has more in his kit that allows it to be flexible. So I think he sits above Joe Gunn. So I'm gonna go double S.
Okay.
Personally.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm with that. I'm happy with that.
I think we can rejuggle it once we get more things in there because I
When
think we'll
he's-
see that
when-
something will shift out.
When you say that he's more used than Jogan, that's agreeable, and Jogan is an S, so definitely he's gonna be higher than that because he has much more versatile, like more use, different uses. So yeah, Kakana now. We can save Kakana to the end for Kray's video, so you can watch that on his video. Or maybe we'll put it at the end of part 1. We don't know. We just have to wait and find out. Or just watch Lucky's VOD.
Alright, Killa, it's your turn now. You haven't picked the unit yet. So.
I want to go with Zenobia. Where is she?
Oh man.
Zenobia is a very hard discussion.
Is it
She's
so? I feel
24
it's
speed
pretty
lead.
straightforward.
Huh?
I feel like it's pretty straightforward. I think they've come and gone, those twins.
But Zenobia...
There's just too many counters. for
There's
it.
way too many counters.
Yeah, but Zenobia, Martina, Shania... People still make fun of me because I can't say it. Like, who moves first? Is it Shania? Is it Martina? Is she on Swift? Is she on Violent? Is the fire unit moving first? Is the dark unit? So you always gotta sacrifice one turn to know which defense it is. And then after, you gotta find out.
I think one thing that we noticed in global server, it was very, very easy to outspeed those defenses because it was only a 24 lead. So
Yeah.
you can almost always run a 30 lead.
Yeah. And China's
just
base
pop
speed
it.
is only like
105.
I say A
average.
plus. I do say A plus, yeah. A plus, what do you guys reckon?
definitely this unit taper out from the meta. I think we can all agree that in every server right now, everybody is running Kakanos on their net force instead of twins.
True.
Even though they do have a lot of Martinas in play. So I'll put it at A because it's already tapered out from the meta.
Lucky, what do you say? There's 3 of
I would
us.
say, I would honestly, I think I'd put it as C, only because it's fallen so far out, and I don't think it's as strong as it used to be. I kind of feel like it's completely phased out of like G3 top 20 siege meta. I think it's, as Kray mentioned earlier, it's got already so many different ways to counter it. I feel like it's C or D. Only because we don't really see it
Okay,
anymore.
he said A, you say C, I said A+. Don't forget, guilds in G1 don't have a lot of units. So we'll put it as B.
Yeah.
Most
Okay.
people don't even have Karkana. We'll put it as B. But G1 guilds can use her on defense.
Are
They can-
we covering this tier list for like all levels of guild content, or are we just trying to keep it like
Oh, actually, you know
G2,
what?
G3? I think if we keep it like a G3 thing, it might make it easier.
Yeah,
'cause
best units for G3. That's fair enough. What about Christina? Yeah, LOL, I'll decide that, no problem.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Lucky, go on, your turn.
All right, let's go. Old Faithful Tessarion.
Tessa. Wow, Tessa, you know what? Out of nowhere, everyone just has Tessa everywhere now. So, what do you guys reckon? Where the fuck is she? Where is Tessa? Don't tell me she's not.
He was in the middle somewhere. Not that far down. No, sorry, like the mid top, like near the top somewhere. Keep going up. Keep going up. Keep going up.
There she is, yep. I found her. Top middle. People in chat tell me how to find her. Okay, top middle, third line, 2 down, 6 up. What do you guys reckon of Tessa? She is... I think she's amazing as well.
It has a very good passive.
Amazing
So-
passive, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't Lucian her. I don't think you can even like nuke her with like a Karkana, for example, because she can take a really, really good hit. She can take... Or it's a he. It's a he.
He, sir. I was gonna let you say it, and I was like, dude, it's topless, bro.
He can take a good hit. He can take a good hit.
He definitely can.
What do you reckon? We've seen them everywhere. You guys had them in Global and Asia?
Not since Karkano came out. He kind of taped
Yeah,
it out
actually
until
not.
tournament. He's
Nah.
disappeared.
I saw the Legend Guild in Europe use it as their defense with Molly. And it was just on Destroy and it was just everlasting matches. And it was heavily used.
It's a very good stall defense. Like I said, in Siege, right? It's very important to have certain towers. I mean, it depends on your playstyle as well. But having like a stall tower in important places on the map is very important in that sense that you get to delay like at least 5 to 10 minutes of the opponent trying to bring down your tower. And then the downtime is only 30 minutes. So you really need to play with the timer whenever you're fighting like tournaments itself. It's a lot different than normal sieges. So Tessarion can be really good here for stall defense.
I agree.
What sort of defenses did you guys see him on during the tournament in your respective servers?
Me, our one was Tessa, Molly, and Lulu? No, was it Tessa, Molly, and Savannah? And then there was Tessa, Lulu, and Taranis. Yeah, and I know Aftermath EU was running them, and I know a lot of other guilds were running like Tessa, Odin, Bastard still, even though that's an old meta. It was
Yeah, we saw that as well.
yeah, we saw that as well. So she has a lot of use on defense. So we are doing a defense, and we see her everywhere. Like, so I think she's pretty high up. I would say double S with Vigor.
I think it's a pretty good unit still to have on defense because I know we'll talk about this one later, but like if you run out of Karkanos, he's literally like the next best fire lead or the fire option out there because of his kit.
Yeah.
So I think he shouldn't be undermined as what he brings. So I think A+ is fair. He's like starting to slip down the list a little bit.
I think higher.
You reckon higher?
This is a defense, and we see it with Odin's. For us, it's saying Tessa, Praha, Savannah. They run that in doubt, and then we see Tessa, Odin, Bastard, and then we see Tessa, Molly, and the Wind Monkey. Then the Tossa, Molly, and then like a different unit. So it's been used a lot, and like you guys have used them as well. And Global, I know Global's used them, and I know Asia used to use them a lot with the Odins, and still Europe was using them with the Odins.
It started getting really phased out on global server. That's
Chat.
the only thing. Because
What do you guys reckon, chat?
we found a way
Yeah,
to really counter it hard.
We didn't see the Tessarion defense at all throughout our Siege tournament.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like
I
he's slipped
feel
off
like
the
everybody
S
is
range.
comfortable to fight this unit already at this point.
Chat agrees with A+.
Very early on in Asia.
Okay, fair enough.
I
For
just
us,
think,
it's
like,
S.
Yeah, I think he's really like slipped off from the S range because like he's not the prominent threat as much, and plus a lot of people figured out how to face him. There are some really solid units that counter him very, very easily.
Counter her?
Him.
Yeah.
Easily. Did I say her?
No, I said her.
Yeah, so there's there's a lot of things that counter it a lot easier than Kakano, for example.
I thought.
Where like when the meta switched from Tessaran to Kakano, a lot of people tried running those same counters and it didn't work. So
It's
yeah,
totally
this is so
different.
much easier.
Okay, we put A+. There's a lot of people in chat saying A and S's. I mean A+ and S's. So you guys, if you're watching this, it's somewhere in between A+ and S. Okay, I think it's an S. Kray and Lucky think it's an A+. So we'll stick with that. All right, who's next? Kray, pick a monster.
Okay, what other 2A units that people actually run? Let me just check.
Lulu.
She is one that
Rauk?
people run.
Rauk? Do you see Rauk?
Ooh.
in defense?
Rauk, nah, not on defense.
The only thing, we used to see it with like Iris Sierra or like Sierra Gianna.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But that's like the only real defense we see it on.
Yeah, so basically for our finals, we have this very special defense with Rauk, and it's actually one of our main towers at the front.
What was it?
Yeah.
Was Sierra
And-
Gianna Rauk?
Yes, the Sierra Gianna Rauk.
Wow.
And because we do have 5 Giannas, so together with Sierra and Gianna itself, you don't have to run it on Swift. Just make sure that your Rauk is like your fastest unit. So when Rauk's AI always does the team up, so you make sure that the Sierra and the crit rate of the Sierra Gianna is high. So when it teams up,
Everyone gets
it
a
goes
turn.
right after. So if you don't have wheel, you're taking 2 bombs. If you're going on wheel, then
Gianna's
you
stripping.
are gonna get stripped.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to outspeed Rauk because of the base speed as well, 108.
That's very interesting. I wish I had a Gianna, but I saw Doubt running Praha with Rauk and Sierra with the 100% crit, was it?
Yeah.
So it's the same
also
thing.
the same concept.
Same
Yes,
thing.
that's right.
So he's pretty high up. What do you guys reckon?
I think it's really limited. Like there's
Very
only certain
limited.
units that it really works
Comms
with.
that work with him.
Yeah. Like if you have only one Gianna in your guild, it's not really that strong. But if you have a
Yeah,
full
that's-
tower, then it's really good because you have to hit it so many more times. But yeah, if you only have one, it's like you're not gonna really get too far with the Rauk defense.
Yeah,
All right,
that's right.
give me a rating, guys.
I think where you put it now is fine with me. I
Yeah,
like it
I
at
think,
B.
yeah.
In general, I guess it's B. But if you have like a guild with the right set for it, then,
Very
yeah, you can go-
situational, but guys, remember,
very
run him with his skill 3 and Oracle skill 1s, okay? So Prahas, Sierras, Giannas, okay? And not Junos. So he's a B with Zenobia, so it's usable, it's good for defense, but very situational. Sierra, Iris, Rauk, that used to be really good, remember guys? And it's still pretty good. Still pretty good if you can put the right runes on it and the right setup.
Yeah.
Alright, my turn. Oh my god. Oh my god. What should I pick? I don't know. Let me. You know what? Let's go with Skogul, guys. What do you think about Skogul? What does chat think? What does Lucky's chat think? People on YouTube can't see the chat, but there is a VOD. We'll just read it out to you as what we think. AS Skogul. So you got Kakano, his fire, and then you pair him with maybe a wind. I don't know. What do you think?
I kind of don't want to say too much about it. I do have defense ideas for Struggle in the future.
BC at
But-
this point.
I think if we're talking about the current state of the meta, I kind of agree with chat.
A lot of people
a lot
in
of
chat
saying like
B and C's.
B, B, and some D's as well. I feel like it's a C, but that's just based on what chat's saying.
What do you think, Kray? Probably nothing for you.
for the past 2 seasons, we've never seen Skogul yet.
That's so true, yeah.
So definitely around the CE region. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see whether like in the next future balance patch, whether it can be usable in defense. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting to see whether there's any unit that synergizes well with this Skogul in the future.
Hey Rax, hey Glory, hey Kisaki on Lucky's chat. How you going?
Got all the EU people turning up. And
That's they're big fans of Kray. I know because every time Kray puts a video, they just shit on me and then they go to Kray and they my guildies. Like shut the fuck up, watch Kray. The reason we put Jigon here, we were thinking about A+. They're asking in chat because they're from the Legend Guild that one in Europe. They don't think it's rated S, but we put it here because they were running it in the GOAT one. But we agreed, me and Lucky said about A+. So they were just wondering why it's so high up. So I'm just explaining that to the chat there.
Make my chat box
The
appear.
success rate depends very heavily on the rune sets, the rune quality of the Jogan itself. Yeah.
Alright, I brought my chat back so if people do watch the VOD, they can see the chat pop up now. Kinda got rid of it before, but they're back.
Okay, so they can see it in the video?
We'll be able to see it in the video.
Yeah, fair enough.
In the VOD.
Hey Ziggy Bear, how you going? Alright, cool. Who picked this? What did I pick? I picked Skogul, and it was very low. Lucky, your turn.
Alright, let's go with someone that's been around for a very long time.
And
now he's in a very awkward place. His name is Odin.
I was gonna pick Odin just not long ago.
So what do you guys think of Odin now?
Didn't see him anywhere at the end of the tournament. We didn't see him anywhere till the end of the season as well. And I think it was people running him with Vigor.
Mainly for Asia, it was still the Thessalian Bastard Odin, but from that, yeah, it's not really used up.
We tried Tessa Bastet Odin, and then we tried Kark Bastet Odin, and then Kark Vigor Odin.
How'd that go? Kark Vigor.
The Kark Bastet Odin did okay, but it wasn't the.
I reckon an A, because he's still usable.
I think it's more. It's higher than that. I think it's higher than the Zenobia Rauk. So yeah, I think that's a good spot. And between, it's not better than Tessa, and it's not as bad as Rauk. So yeah, in between.
In between there is fine.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't have a problem with Odins. I took like 3-4 of them in the tournament in one of the sieges. So I don't think, but some people did have some trouble with the Odins. Hey, Yalla in the chat, hello. Oh no, a whole guild that threw, this is what they're saying in the chat, that threw a siege by losing to G and Vigor Odin. Well, let's put him as A, Okay, Kray, you picking next?
Okay, probably we'll go with Ritesh.
Ritesh, okay, I saw him before.
Good choice.
Yeah, I think it's all the way at the top.
What do you guys think of Ritesh? It's been very awkward because you don't see a full tower of him.
We see him as like a filler for people that don't have enough savannas.
Yes.
Ritesh in the place of savannah.
And also, a lot of people were running like the more Ritesh Kaki kind of lineup. But yeah, it's more like a budget Chongpong. Usually people go like Chongpong Kaki instead of the
budget
Ritesh.
Savannah Changpong.
Yeah, in that sense, for those kind of defense.
I think Asia's like I think your server ran a lot, Kray. Like the watery defenses.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why, you know, because I really don't like the AI of it.
Yeah, the watery's got really bad AI, but
Really
I think
bad,
I think if we look at that list again, I don't think it's as bad as Zenobia Rauk, and I don't think it's as good as Tessa, so I feel like it almost falls in between again.
Well, look at all these. Look at this pattern. This is very racist.
All wins.
And the win units.
Very, very racist. All the wind units. Alright, my turn. Alright, I'm gonna pick Lulu.
I knew it, dude. I knew the EU representative had to pick Lulu.
I have to. It's my line logo.
Right. I need to ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you.
Ask the chat.
Video.
Ask the chat.
Then I'm gonna ask you. Did you lose to a Lulu during this tournament?
I don't know. Did I? Did I lose to
Did you
Lulu?
lose to a Lulu defense?
I'm not sure. Did I? I might have lost one.
Hisaki said you did.
I might have lost one. I didn't lose all of them. Sierra.
Lose the Harmonia offense.
Oh wait, was it? Yeah, I think I did. I think it was one sword bar. Okay, I still did good. But what do you guys think of Lulu? I think, like Kray said before, it's a great stall unit. And it's, yeah, that's about it. Just a stall unit. The heal is just crazy. People in chat saying like Lulu is a budget molly. What does the chat think? And what does Kray think? And what does Lucky think?
Okay, we've never encountered any Lulus since like from the start up to now.
I was gonna say the same.
I can't really put my input for this unit on defense.
Europe servers, Legend Guild use Lulu in all their defenses, okay? Basically, like 80% of them. So
Yeah, we didn't see a single one of them on defense in global throughout
So-
the entire tournament.
okay, so she's a meme, and we're just gonna put it here, right here at the bottom. LOL. Okay, so they won the tournament with the Lulu, and the other servers didn't even use her. Okay, so whoever lost to this Lulu is just basically a meme. Okay, we'll put Lulu there. We might change her later. All right, who's turn? Lucky.
Okay, so we're talking about a specific unit that we saw in the global server. I don't know if you guys saw this one, but Carbine, the Wind Kakano.
I think.
Yeah, that one is very interesting.
I think that's interesting as well. I think it's everyone's just lacking the skill ups at the moment before they can start using him because they're just going hard with Karkanas.
Yep.
But I think he's good. Paired with Molly.
Molly and
It
Vigor.
was. Well, we saw over here. We saw Kakano, Molly, and Carbine. That was what Malicious ran for the finals against SSA.
Craig, they're saying G's on this C champs in the chat, so
Yeah. GZs.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guys.
he
Thank
can't
you
see the
very
chat. Yeah, I think he's really good unit. It's just with a if he glances on, he hits. What is it? What's his skills?
He gets a 100% attack bar and an attack buff, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, correct. He gets attack buff and 100% attack bar.
Oh yeah, an attack bar as well. Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
So he can just take a turn anytime.
Yep. And then when he goes into the hidden aim pose, his glancing chance goes up again.
And then paired with a molly, and then
Yeah.
gets a full attack bar. I think this is a unit to see more of come out of him, huh? Yeah, like
I think we'll see more of him in season 5.
Yeah, we will. I put people in chat saying put him the same as Zenobia. I reckon a little bit higher. What do you guys reckon?
I think in the current meta, because we haven't seen much, it's almost fair to put him at B if we're talking about current meta.
Yep.
I think we're going to
current
see
meta.
more of him in the future. I feel like we're going to see him rise up the ranks in the future.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I guess at this point in time, nobody has enough skill ups for this Wind Sniper just yet. Because everybody, I feel like everybody was just rushing to make as many Kakanos max skill. You need like 9 in total, I think. Yeah, so skill ups is really hard for this unit.
I wish I had.
Kazaki in chat kind of summarized it really well.
Yeah, exactly.
He said Carbine's issue is that Kakano outshines him way too much. One of those just ignore him and leave him until the end, which makes it kind of
that's
mediocre,
right.
which is very, very
How
true.
they tackle this defense is just leave the sniper alone until it's left, basically alone, and then you should be able to win from there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Alright, well, the current meta we didn't see much of him, so we'll put him as a B. We saw him a couple of times, but not as much. But at least all 3 different servers, which is us 3, we've seen him somewhat in our defenses, or defenses before.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. What else? Who's next? Who picked that?
That was me. That's Kray.
Okay, Cray.
Give me a moment. Ooh, it's a good unit. I'm not too sure, man. So, okay, Etna.
Ethna.
Yeah,
I think
let's go with that.
Ethna. I think again, Ethna is the same as Ritesh. She's just like a substitute when you don't have a Savannah. Same thing.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is that like, I think Asia was very like your server is definitely running more Ethnas than every other server. Like,
In season 3, we ran a lot of Ethnas.
yeah,
Yeah.
all the KVEs of the world. Yeah, and I saw some guilds also run like Kark Bastet Ethna this season.
That's
But
interesting.
that was
I
really
saw a few.
all I saw. I think I didn't face any, so I can't really judge on that defense, like the Ethna in general.
We did see
We
less
did
of her.
We did place Kakano Bastet Etna for our round 3 inner defenses. And round 4. But
Even
yeah, it
round
was just
4?
like
How did it
small-
do in round 4?
honestly, I'm not too sure. I didn't pay attention on the.
They just
The
didn't
win
want to
rate.
show their end finals defense. That's why.
Yeah.
I would say she's lower than Odin. That's for sure. And lower than Ritesh.
Yeah, I think B is good.
Yeah, I think B's fine. Yeah.
Okay, look at all these wind units at the bottom here.
Yep.
Alright. Cool. Okay. What should I pick? No, why is it so hard to pick something? What about Ken? Look at this. You guys been seeing a lot of Kens?
Fought a couple in the tournament. I believe it was against the round 4 guild. But yeah, again, no issues because people ran Ken with like Sierra, Clara, so double strippers can also not doing a lot of damage. So it was just pretty simple to just kill off the Sierra first, leave the 2 fire units after that, and just see it through.
Any in global?
No.
None in global?
No Kens at all. Some guilds ran like Sierra Vigor Ken, which you saw as like some filler defenses, but yeah, it was just it's just trying to keep the rainbow.
We saw
rainbow
some-
defenses going, but that's about it.
We saw some Kens, but I think he's got a low base speed, right?
Not really.
1-2.
Yeah, I think it's still above 100, right? So
102 is low, in my opinion. Like compared to like 108s and stuff, you know. So I think Ken, where would you put Ken? B?
I'd say C. I think Ethna's better than Ken.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Why is that guy in your chat saying 103? Oh, the base speed.
The speed.
Awaken to 103, yeah, that's right.
Sorry, what
Just
is
like
it?
Lara.
Okay, who's next? Lucky.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Let's put... We're gonna put these two together, okay? Shina Martina.
Ooh.
I'll do them separately, right?
Okay.
Shina Martina.
Where are they? So, Shina?
Martina's just the next row, yeah, to the right. There you go.
Honestly, one wouldn't be good without the other. But
Correct.
Yeah.
I'd say Martina has been meta for what, like 3 seasons now?
I think forever.
Yeah, basically forever.
I think it's been... Yeah.
I think the first season it took him a little bit of time to discover her. She's triple S for sure, in my opinion.
Definitely
Oh.
going down, but yet again, if you don't have like many Kakanos build up, I think the twins still works pretty fine.
I think they're still very good. They're very hard to kill, man.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean the beauty of twins is always because that there's so many it's very versatile in terms of the rune quality that you can run on it.
Yeah.
So it can be swift, it can be like full damage, slow, shield wheel, can be violent,
Yeah.
tanky, stuff like that. So a lot of variants for you to play with the twins. And
Yeah.
each variant needs like a different set of counter.
She steals buff. She's amazing. I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
They
that's
just-
really...
Yeah, and recently there's been a lot more +1s to that defense as well. It hasn't just been Triana. It hasn't just been Sierra. We started seeing a bit more Taranis.
Yeah.
We saw some Nigongs. And we've seen
interesting.
some LD mixes, like some LD plus that. We've also saw some Carcano Martina Shina, which I don't think is
Carcano?
as strong, but yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Started seeing that as well. Very, very interesting.
I'll say triple S. What do you two say? There's 3 of us.
I would say, yeah, triple S is fair, but yeah, it's obviously very heavily driven by artifacts.
She's definitely not a Vigor. She's better than Vigor.
Yeah, I'd say triple
Kray? Kray, how many Martinez have you fought?
Okay, my guild itself have, if we actually make our Martina towers, right, we have, used to be 4 towers, but we totally didn't run it at all for this season because there's so many counters towards this. It's been since season 1 up till now, so we wanted to do like a totally different change, not playing the twins. And yeah, I kind of feel like it's tapering out from the meta, but still definitely very good in general. It's just that we do know Wig personally, they enjoy fighting twins a lot. So yeah, we really need to change our perspective on this unit going into the tournament. I'd say double S for me.
That's fair.
The thing with Martinez, even with your safe comp, you can still lose.
Yeah, definitely to violent procs.
Exactly, with your safe comp, you can still lose. What did you say Lucky was? Triple S, double S?
Triple S. I said triple S only because some of the strongest guilds on global are so hard to beat. They're so hard to. Their Martina Shiners is very, very hard to beat.
And yeah, same thing with Europe. Light Hope ran a couple of towers of twins, and they fought Squad Zero. And Squad Zero has been in the finals for all 3 seasons, and they lost the match before the finals to a lot of MST spam. So,
Wow.
so with global and our server, Europe over the Asia one, we'll put a triple S. She's definitely a double S, triple ST. But what would you put Shania? Shania?
I'd put them together. Martina's no good with that shiner, right?
Yeah.
That's why they have to go. That's why I said. That's why I had to pick 2. Unfortunately, I couldn't just put them separately.
And she also works with Zenobia. If you're in G1, you want to run them together, you can run them together. But yeah, fair enough. Cool. Kray, next monster.
Okay. What other units? It's interesting. Probably Kaki,
Kaki?
since we haven't done any Onimushas yet.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
I would like to know whether you guys encountered like Kaki in the tournament.
None.
None.
I don't think I did.
We
Yeah,
faced.
personally, no.
Sorry, in our round 3, we faced Sierra Clara Kakis, and it was kind of just to. It was kind of used to also balance out with their Kakano Savannas because it was the same sort of model in terms of what you would have to counter it with, so kind of made sense. But yeah, that was the only time we really saw it. Otherwise,
What about Asia?
Otherwise, yeah.
In Asia, we only saw Kaki together with the more Chompong.
So
Yeah,
not
even
very.
we used that.
I think somewhere
But-
down here. I think he's way lower than Zenobia for sure.
I was thinking the other way around, to be honest. I think Kaki is more
Yeah.
relevant in the current meta. Like,
Together with Ritash.
yeah, I think it's next to Ritash. Yeah.
Ah, fair enough. I don't know. I haven't seen any. I haven't faced any. Well, he was triple S before the balance there.
Yeah, in season 3 it was really good.
Oh yeah.
I
Because
know.
we didn't have time to like prepare against this kind of Kaki defense back then.
Lucky's chat is saying that this monster is a S unit because they ran it against Squad Zero and they beat Squad Zero.
Oh god.
They used this monster against Squad Zero because what does that got? 24 speed lead?
Yep.
20. What else? That's it. Yeah.
It
Strip
also
by itself.
extends. It strips and it also extends debuffs by an extra turn.
Yeah.
Have you faced it? Any of yous?
I think it was Malicious that ran it as a filler defense while like pre-Kakano days.
So
That
it's
was about it.
so basically this thing is the same as a Lulu. A LOL
Yeah,
tier.
it's a bit memey. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put this here. Whose turn was it? I had to get that out of the way because for chat.
I think it's your turn now.
My turn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your turn.
Defense. Let me think. I wanna save some monsters for part 2 of this video, which will go on Kray's video, which will be towards the end of this same stream, same video, just cut in half. So I wanna go with something like Barbara. What about Barbara? What do you guys think about Barbara?
I haven't seen her for a full season.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her at all.
Literally zero.
You've seen Sierra, Barbara, Masha before? I think that's just the elemental thing.
No, I haven't seen that. I've seen Sierra, Clara, Barbara, like
In
a
season
while ago.
3, yeah, we did see that.
So she's definitely dropped.
She's like a F tier now, I feel, but I don't know if she's
Yeah.
worth it.
It's probably for some G3 guilds, they just want to fill up like the back lines and stuff like that. Then maybe you see like Barbara.
And I also feel like it's Theo just does such a much more better job than she would on defense. Personally.
Yeah.
Listen, guys. Yeah. So we'll put it FD. She's still a beast rider. You gotta give her some respect and put it D.
Yeah, I think D is fair.
Alright, D,
Definitely not Ken standard, because we did see like Ken a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, who's next, Lucky?
What would be an interesting one to pick next? Let's go Iris.
Ooh.
Let's go Iris.
Our server saw a lot of Iris.
Yeah, we saw a lot as well.
What
I
about-
kind of Iris Triana or Savannah was won quite a lot.
I think
For us in Asia, we had a lot of Kakano Iris Triana for the net 4.
Yep.
I was running that defense as well. I think
Yeah, I think most of the people were running it.
I think the Legend Guild that just won the tournament in Europe, they were running Kakana, Iris, Fuki.
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 Oh, that's pretty interesting.
they were running Fuki. One of their defenses was Kakana, Iris, Fuki. We were running Ira, Kakana, Iris, Triana, and I'm sure Lucky is saying they were running them as well. And you got over?
Yeah, we ran. Yeah, we saw some Kakana Iris Triana, Kakana Iris Savannah, and then I think today, I think it was Mally. I think it was Mally that ran. It was Xingzhe Iris something. Maybe chat can help me out. I think it was Xingzhe Iris Kakano or Xingzhe Iris something else. They ran that on defense today. Yeah, it was very interesting.
I ran this Kakana, Iris, Triana most of the season, but I didn't think we ran it in the last couple of rounds. Yeah, what would you say, guys? What rank? Chat. Kray.
I say it's our core unit that actually made us win the tournament also. So personally, I want it at triple S. It's a very strong unit, a lot of RNG involved. If you cannot outspeed this lineup, right? You're going for second turn. Most of the time, it's really hard to deal with together with Kakano.
I hate Iris.
All the stuns.
My worst defense is Sierra Iris route. Okay, I hate that defense.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized.
I think we found that Kark, Vigor, Triana had a little bit more success than Iris, but I feel like Iris is still pretty strong because it eats very similar counters that you would run into Iris Savannah as well. So I think I'd put it in line with Vigor and put it at double S. I think it's a very good interchangeable unit.
I put double S as well because you can always outspeed an Iris when it's with even 24 speed because it's always Despair Revenge. Most of the time, you know they won't have will, and you can just go in with like a nuke most times if it's not paired with Triana, or if it is paired with Triana, you know that there's a revenge set and there's no will. Okay, and you can also outspeed.
You also need to like think like some people have like 19x Despair Revenge sets for this Iris, and it's really strong, especially in Net 4 Tower because things to counter is really limited.
I think it's pretty strong. There's been some people that also ran to counter those cleavers. Some people did run their Iris on Will that we started seeing as well.
Yeah, I've seen the Iris on Will once or twice.
Very interesting. It's very confusing.
Yeah,
but it worked out.
There's a lot.
YouTube, Iris, double S, triple S. Okay, we'll just put a double S here so it looks more even. Because two of the 3 videos you see it said double S and Kray said triple S. So we'll 2 of 3. So we'll put it there. All right, who's next?
Kray, you're up, I think.
Me?
No, Kray.
Oh, Kray's up.
Okay, we'll try better.
Right side of your mouse right now, and then a little bit down there.
Yeah.
What do you think of better? Did I just call him Kraysa? I didn't say Kraysa. I said Kray. This is what they say in the chat. I can't read, guys. What do you think of better? I always thought better was good, but it was not heavily used on defense.
I'm still waiting to see her get buffed. I want to see one more turn reduction on that 3rd skill, and she's going to be so good for Siege. She's already good. Don't get me wrong, she's already really good. But then it closes off the gap. She's got such a big gap between immunity right now. But yeah, I think...
it's 5 turns, right?
Yeah, it's 5 turns, and it's a 2-turn immunity, so you got a big gap. So I was thinking if it was 4 turns, it's a bit more scary.
5 turns is huge. Yeah.
But was there any guilds that ran? I remember some guilds ran the Kakano Savannah with Beta. One of the top guilds. Not too sure whether it's in EU or global.
We had a lot of them.
Well,
both of the top guilds. Yeah, both the top guilds and global ran it against each other. Most top guilds ran Kak Beta Savannah on our server.
SSA ran Beta with Savannah and Kakano.
Yep. Same with Malicious as well. They both ran it. But it's one of those, like, if you think about the structure of the defense, it's very hard to quickly clear. It's also very hard to to have a lot of the same sort of counters built, the way to approach the defense, because Beta's got pretty decent base stats as well.
She's got amazing.
So she's also very hard to nuke.
She's very fast.
Like,
you can run her fast.
You can build her like as a Lucian counter. You can build her as like a fire damage dealer counter. You can. There's so many different ways to build it, and if you trap him turn 1 and she gets the immunity up, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, because of the base speed as well. It's really high.
The base speed of 110, yes, with the 24 lead Kakano also makes it very hard to counter.
I think on a 4-star base, she's an A+ or S. On a 4-star base. She's good for defense. Let's not think about counters of offense and how to beat her, but just for defense with high base speed and a speed lead and a high Via set, she could be an A+, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm very biased because of what I saw in global server. I think it's double S or S.
Ooh, okay.
I think it's better. It's from
Kray, you decide.
Like, from a defense structure, I feel like it's stronger than Jogun because of the AI. We saw a lot of Jogun and we saw the shift to Beta on our server. Only because Beta made it a lot harder to turn 1 it.
Are you going to put it at the same level as an Iris on defense?
Oh, 100%. I think it's stronger than Iris.
Yeah.
If you pair it with Savannah, it's stronger than Iris.
Kray decides. I said A+, he says double S.
In between, I guess. I feel like, yeah, it can be on par with Beta, with Jogun for me.
Chat is saying S. Okay.
Yeah, I think fair.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, I think that's a good spot. I
think it's a good spot too.
Yeah, good spot. Alright, my turn, yeah?
So I'm just reading Kisaki. I probably put an S, even though Jogun is an S.
I think Jogun, we were gonna bring him down later.
Well, I think, to be honest, it's the timing of our servers when we've all approached Jogun.
Yeah, it was right at the beginning. It was the first monster.
We approached it early, whereas Asia approached it right at the end for tournament. So that's why it was a surprise factor there.
Yeah, and we started with this monster first, so we didn't know where S was gonna stand in this video. We thought S was gonna be like, you know, okay, which it is okay, but then we found out these monsters. So he's lost his value here, I reckon. Should we drop him?
I think leave him there for now. I think his
his
versatility and his bad AI is actually really good for defense.
His AI is just so shit using skill 1 50% of the time. That's like the next monster that I was gonna pick, which is Gianna. I don't think I've ever seen a Gianna use her skill 3 on offense. When I've gone into attack a Gianna with my Chroma, she always skill 1 and she never goes skill 2 to stun my immunity right next to her. But I'm just saying, she's got bad AI. This is the monster I'm picking, guys. What would you rate this monster, Gianna? Go Rainet with Rack and Sierra. How did it do?
Actually, it helped us like win our match against Wig right off the bat.
Yeah?
Because they lost 7 times on the first wave. Just
wow.
on Sierra, Ralph, and Gianna. Basically, almost one person's sword was exhausted just on that tower.
One person.
Wow.
There, yeah, 7 swords.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
actually pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, of course, it depends how many Giannas that you have on the guild that makes it successful.
What do you think of her on defense? I think she's got bad AI, even though she's a great monster. Because
I think like
AI wise, definitely it doesn't use the third skill often. Like definitely it plays the bomb, but it always either go to like first skill most of the time.
Well,
yeah, her AI is really bad.
Yeah,
More
the
like
AI is
testing.
pretty
guess
bad.
who else has a bad AI in ST? This guy.
I think it's either A plus or S.
I'll say an S. It's Gianna. If
I
she
say
were,
same as Joe.
yeah, same as Jogan. Yeah, cool,
Yeah,
fair
I
enough.
feel fair.
Lucky your turn.
Oh, this is where it gets tricky. Alright, I'm gonna pick an LD unit. Alright. He's been around the meta for a while. He's got one of the only massive res leads in Siege content. Herty.
Boom. I found him very quick. I was looking at him.
So, do you guys still see much Herty?
Yes.
A fair bit actually.
Yes. What do you see it with?
A
A lot of Trianas to save his ass.
Vigor Triana.
Yeah, a lot
Yep.
of Trianas.
Did you guys start seeing any like Herty kinky Triana?
No.
That was disgusting to see, yeah.
For some reason in Asia, we didn't really see many kinkies. I guess people didn't get to summon it out. Yeah, but in Japan server, we saw like the rank 1 guild, they ran so many kinkies in their defense, and it's actually really disgusting.
Yeah. Crazy.
I think he's
Actually-
probably up here, mate. Because this guy on 5-star base, he's amazing.
I think he's like, I think because of his availability. I think if a guild had more of him, it's really scary. But I think because of his availability, I think it's like double S. Yeah, exactly. If it's only like 1 or 2 per in a guild, I think it's actually not too hard to counter the first few times per person. But I think if there was a full tower Herty, that could be really scary to face over and over. Similar to what Kray was telling us around the Sierra Gianna Ralph tower. Having a full tower is scary, but I think Herty would be actually kind of scary if you had a full tower.
Yep.
Yeah.
So S, double S. I don't have.
I think he's double S.
Double S.
Personally, I don't know. I don't think he's triple S material, but I think he's more double S.
Definitely not triple S. It's either S or SS for me.
Yeah.
I think he's good for. Okay, we'll stick with double SS. I don't have one. I think he's really hard to kill if he's rolling pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
because
good
of the
game.
resistance leader as well. 55% is really high.
Yeah.
Alright, Kray, your turn.
Okay. So what do we go for?
I wish I can delete some of these photos, that are, the ones we're not going to use. Can I?
Yeah.
Can I?
There's no way to clear it. There's no way to clear it.
Can't clear it?
2 A's good. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the only
Ooh.
other one that was missing. Yeah.
Esha's. I think Esha, with his high base speed and a very high fast fire, is a really good
Yeah.
monster for defense. That's what I think. Because he can strip. yes, no defense break, but the strip is very important. And you can just go on any monster, strip it. Karkano can put defense break because you've lost HP bar. You know, you can just target anything. He's really good. I think he's good on defense.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it should be same rating as Vigor at double S because of his kit that he provides. Really strong. And also synergize very well together with Karkano. Like Karkano puts the random armor breaks into one massacre, it might actually kill off something.
Karkano puts Karkano puts the defense break on a monster that has the least HP bar.
Yeah.
Not the HP total amount, just the bar. So if everyone starts with the full bar, Escher hits one of any monster and just reduces the bar a little bit. Karkano can target it. So even if it's a water unit, he can put it on it. So I think Escher, if I said you, I think he's double S as well. Because I think he's better than Vigor in my opinion. Because he can heal, speed buff, and strip. I know some people in chat don't.
I think on global he really fell off quickly because he had this 1 week of catching people off guard, and then everyone caught on to how easy he's to manipulate because there's a lot of really good dark tanks in the game, and a lot of those dark tanks you can easily manipulate him to target that, which means a lot of the times he's paired with Karkano, so Karkano targets the dark tank, and all you do is really set up your offense that way, right? So all you do is you can usually snipe it off, like snipe off the other units in his team and work him out. So we found it actually not too hard to deal with because his kit is very one-dimensional in that sense of speed buff. Yep, he's got a strip, but he's very susceptible. No armor break. Karkano brings that to the team. But by then you can always make it target a certain unit if you bring a dark tank, so it makes it a lot easier that way. That's what we saw in
you see Escher on a 5-star base as well.
We saw some guilds try it with Savannah, but that was the only time we saw it, and I don't think it was that strong because I felt like Molly did a little bit more, or a different light tank did more. Like Iris did a lot more. Obviously, the Clara, Jogun, blah blah did a lot more than the Eshia. So that's, I don't know. I feel like honestly, if I was to say it from a global server perspective, it'd be like A or A plus, because it was probably one of the weaker variants of the Karkano +1 Triana defense.
I said double S. I can drop it to S. What do you say, Kray?
I'm happy to meet you guys. I'm just saying where global would stand. I think global would put it A or A plus.
For me.
What is that for you?
For me personally, I think it's S unit.
Yeah. S.
So leave it where it is, because I think global would be A or A plus, so it's kind of in the middle now.
I think it was just my personal preference. I like him over Vigor. I rated him too high. I like his high base speed. I like high bio monsters like with high base speed, like Vigor and Escher, because you can get almost get 300 bios, and that's just really fun. Because people don't expect that shit. But anyways,
sure.
All right, Kray. Oh, he picked Escher, yeah.
Yeah.
Triana. I don't think we need a discussion for this, do we?
I just think you drag it.
I think it's a no-brainer that every server uses this unit.
Just straight triple S, yeah?
Yeah, straight
I think
triple
so.
S.
I don't even know if we need to talk about it. I think every server uses her on a lot of defenses, yes.
Alright, that was easy done.
Yeah, next.